Hello everybody! Welcome to the stream now. It's good to see you, Chad. I hope you had a good week. Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
Scree, my lord.
Pleasure to see you once again. I hope you've been having a wonderful time. And we've been having a good week. Scream, my lord. Hello, hello. It's good to see you. Thank you for the 5 gifts and sliders. Very kind of you. Hello, welcome to the stream on time. Hello, hello. Hello, thank you. Hello, thank you for the prime adventuring protect. Hello.
Update, the chicken sandwiches were fantastic after they sat in the fridge at work for a few hours.
That sounds perfect, yes. So here's the deal, chat. Chat, I've been having a rough day, okay? I went to sleep last night. I did not sleep. I've been having it rough. And so, I know I promised you the Katana ravel today, okay? I know I said that, alright? But, before we get to the Katana ravel, before that, thank you for continuing this sub. Platonic is very kind of you. Before I get to the Katana ravel, I need some me time, okay? I just need to have a little bit of me time. And my me time today is gonna last for about 4 hours. So the whole stream today is gonna be right over here at this box. Welcome. Welcome to Koopa Adventure for the day. I'm gonna make it 200%. You're gonna get the real Koopa Adventure experience, okay? We're going for a high score today. I'm going to beat my high score. We're going for 62,000 at least. At least. All right, so I'm thinking, you know, we give it a real basic opener, okay? Because I want to save as many for the combo as I possibly can. I think I'm probably gonna go maybe for a straight shot, maybe just right here. Yeah, okay, perfect. And now I wanna do a bounce like this. And then that should, all right, yeah, that was huge. That was huge, incredible. This is gonna be the problematic one, all right? This is the difficult shot. We gotta do some crazy stuff. I'm hoping a little angle like this will pull it off. Just a little bit. Did not pull it off at all, actually. That was terrible. But it does open the opportunity for us to get an even stronger chain on this one. Definitely not that last one, okay? It wasn't the last one. That wasn't it. But this one is it. That was not. Okay. Now we're talking. See? A 10 chain. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. And you know what? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. It is a real gaming day today. Welcome to True Gaming. Okay, I should probably just kill everything now. I feel like if I don't, I'm going to regret it very heavily. And I'm probably not going to be able to kill everything. I did not manage to kill everything, okay? Oh, actually? Hold on. Hold. Wait. Wait, wait, wait just a minute. We break in here. And now we go for one of these, okay? One of these. He's the greatest Koopa adventure player of all time. He's just the what can I say? What can I say? What can I say? I'm the greatest Koopa adventure player that's ever lived. Can you really believe we're at Katana Ravel? Seems like only 2 streams ago we got out of a 3-month grind for Titania. I think the Ravel has some of my favorite bosses, like the first one. It has this cool move where it teleports you to twitch.tv/wrathgames, or the second one that forces you to subscribe with Twitch or Amazon Prime. The last one is this weird shape thing, like a speedbowl that has 2 lines. It has this awesome dialogue that tells you to donate bits. Alahi. Thank you. Thank you, Fraser, for the 7 months. Now this Cactuar, this is the bit that messes me up every time. So I'm gonna go for some next level plays. Yeah. Yeah, that was beautiful. And from here... Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely flawless. Definitely on purpose. Definitely on purpose. Don't even worry about it. I think actually just right there. That's a good shot. It's not amazing, but it was a good shot, you know? That one was a terrible shot. Nope. I need that Cactuar dead, otherwise I have lost. I have lost. It's over. It's over. I'm restarting. It's over. I'm restarting. Hold on. We go back to Koopa Adventure. We pretend like that didn't happen. Don't worry about that one, okay? You think you play this game once? What's BP used for? Oh, it's the amount of shots that you get every time you shoot. So I do like that, and then I get like a pew. And then I have 2 BP because I picked up a little crystal. All right, come on, come on. This is gonna be my magnum opus, my masterpiece. Straight in there. Almost. I'm just gonna do that. Just clean up the board a little bit, okay? We clean up the board so that I can have the most incredible shot of all time. And here it is. Here it is. Beautiful. Just incredible. Just beautiful beyond belief. You know, you don't see that kind of shot in these competitions very often, ladies and gentlemen. You just don't do it. You just don't. You can't see it. It's too fast for the eyes. He's a master. I am... one day I will claim my crown as the greatest Koopa player of all time. I'm just informing you of this for now, so that you are not shocked when it happens. Okay. And now here we go. We get a little bit of a... I think we take out the Squid Man first. A little Squid Game action going on. Yep, perfect. And then I need like this. And then I just hope that the bat doesn't attack me. Perfect. It didn't kill the boss. I think that means I take him. Oh, no, hold on. Wait. Wait, and then like this. Oh my god. Oh, it's perfect. A perfect first clear. Nowhere near as good as my previous score. This is terrible. Hello gamers. I hope you've been having a quality experience. I hope you are enjoying your Koopa Adventure Day. I did this just for you. I know you've been asking me for a Koopa Adventure Day for forever now. That was a really good shot. Can I just get that every time? I actually want it like here. And then I shoot now. Yeah, perfect. And then we go for a bottom. We go for the down low too slow. I don't think I can actually get through this Nutkin's line of defense. So we're probably gonna have to go for one of these actually instead. Just take out the top two real quick. And now we can sneak in. Just like that. I just gotta wait for the perfect moment. Absolutely flawless. And now we just go for a little sweep. And we hope to take out as many of the cactuar as we can so they don't stack up on us. Okay, they are going to stack up a little bit more than I expected, but that's fine. I still have enough to take down a cactuar in a single shot. And then we do like this. Nope. Too tight. Too small. That is a lot of poison drops. I need the back cactuar to be one more down. Yeah, perfect. Just like that. Please? Oh, come on. I was so close. Oh, wait. Wait. The rogue shot? No. Never mind. See you later. Yes. No. Come on. We gotta take out more enemies than this. I'm losing ground here. Alright, I'm going for the big shot. Big shot? Deltarune reference? I don't know. I have no idea. I've only played Deltarune Chapter 1. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Perfect. I actually want to go for a pretty hard bounce there. So like this. This is gonna get us a much better angle. Give us a higher chance of getting behind the boss. There we go. Come on, that was perfect. You can't tell me that wasn't amazing. Come on. Gotta start cleaning up the board a bit here. Good luck out there, little shots. Take out that cactuar, please. No! Alright. Farewell, cactuar. We've made it to stage 3. I have used no mana. I haven't gotten hit. This is my moment. If I could just get the rest of this without taking any damage, then I've done it. We've won. I've gotten the perfect score. Pick one of these. Tonberries, high priority. High priority targets. Once again, I want like a bounce off of that. Yeah, like this. Alright, Tonberries down. Huge. I've been poisoned.
Absolutely pogo.
chat. I think my dreams of the perfect run are over. We gotta take out the Mandragoras. I can't let them continue to exist. It's fine. I'm not giving up. I'm still going for a new high score. I believe in me. I know I can do it. We just have to beat 61,000, chat. That's it. That's all it is. Wow. That was... How did that happen? Okay. You know what? Give it a funky little shot like this. How's that sound? They're gonna hit me? Never mind, they didn't. It's okay. HP doesn't matter anymore anyway, okay? It doesn't matter if we get hit. All that matters is that we win and we never use mana. Absolutely poggers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're trying our best here. I took damage myself. I did that because it was a strategy. It was on purpose. Don't think about it too much. Once again, we're going for the deep shot. Come on. Come on. Like right one more, like right there. Yeah, that's frame perfect. Here it is. No, I messed it up. No, please have mercy. I've been doomed. I've been doomed. It's over. It's all over for me, chat. There's no recovering from the doom. I have nothing I can do.
How's the Forked Towers prep going, my lord?
You know, it's going pretty good, I'd like to say. I think it's been going pretty okay. Oh wait, hold on. Doom removed? I just have to survive long enough to win this. We can do it. Come on. I just have to get past that cactuar. Come on. And then this is perfect. Just don't kill me. Just let me live. The shot that will save us. No! 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 I was so close. My victory. Wait, what the heck? It put me back here? What is this? No! I need a high score. I can't. Alright, we're giving it one more try. We're giving it one more try, alright? If I don't use MP and I don't ever take damage, it gives me a big boost to my score. That's why. Oh! Oh, that was perfect. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Oh. Oh, flawless. An absolute gaming masterpiece. Written and directed by David Attenborough. David Attenborough himself. A masterpiece to surpass all masterpieces. I do one of these. Oh, if I do it for the lower angle, like this. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. Okay, and then I bounce off of you. Nope, not a good shot. Not a good shot at all. But what if I do like this, and then like this and then there? Yeah, now we're talking. Okay. Don't hurt me. Don't you deal damage to me, you stinky goblins. Come on, take it. Yes! 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 I gotta make sure that you are defeated. Because otherwise you will be in my way. Perfect. Perfect. That's stage 1. And then stage 2 looks a little something like this. I've done it. I've done it. I'm the greatest. I'm still never gonna surpass that incredible opener I had at the start of this. Thank you for the posture check. I am super shrimped right now. I'm shrimping out of my mind. Hey, Rath, I just finished all 3 of your supercuts and decided I couldn't wait for the 4th, so I wanted to join your stream to check your progress. Hello. This is a, I assure you, this is very important for solo. It's, don't you crocodile me. Don't you do it. I've been crocodiled one too many times. No! Please, please kill the cactuar. Please, please, any of you, a stray shot, I beg. All right. Well, we gave it our best shot. Now, how about we actually go to the next bit? Is it preserving or eliminating insanity? Definitely eliminating. A little bit horrifically unlucky, excuse me. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna do one of these. Nope, not one of these. We're gonna do one of these. Katana ravel time. Oh wait, no. First, I keep forgetting that I still have to do this. I do care about this. Hold on a minute. Also, Wrath, I hope you know I was horrified that that chat of all chats was preserved in the last video. You mean you're hear me out on Philia? Well, there's a reason I didn't put your name on screen for that mirror. Why'd you lose footage of the day I was teaching you about Omegaverse? I still don't really know what that is. That just kind of sounds like a Marvel Universe thingy now. Come on. Come on. Aw, okay, unfortunate. I'm not doing the others, but I will at the very least do my B ranks whenever I have it. Let's go. How do you play that game? I only have parlay. You have to participate in one of the Rising events, and then you will get it. Your Megaverse chat made it in? In the last video? No, it didn't. Did it? I don't think I put that in the last video. You could pick up a Koopa shirt at Gold Saucer. Hold on. Mira, you're gonna have to link me to what part in the video I put it. What is a Rising Verse event? The Rising events happen once every year on the game's anniversary. Play beat Philia and chat had to be on screen. Oh, well, yes. I mean, that, you know, you're the one that put it there. So, great job. gear. Are we wearing the tight shirt? Or are we wearing the loose shirt? I kind of like the loose shirt. Thank you for the beep boop. Thank you for the 22 months. Very kind of you. Very kind indeed. I think I'm gonna get the tight shirt. There's a normal? Where? Oh. Yeah, that is normal. No, we have to show off how muscular Solo is for the express purpose of winning at Koopa Adventure. No, hear me out for the Drawn City of Scala video. Fine. Wait, what do you mean? No, the hear me out from that one made it in, didn't it? Speaking of blue strip, the model line cat boys and bun boys makes them look. And what? And all right. Now that I'm wearing my Koopa propaganda, now we will win. Oh, flawless. I'm actually gonna try and hit as little of them as I can, so I can get the big combos. Like this, at this point, I think it might be fine to do some. That was a little too many, actually. And then I'm gonna go for like a down, like one of these. Yeah, that's fine. Get them to low health. And now, if I just do one of these. Oh my god, it's beautiful. A chain of 13. A chain of 13. Whew. Genuinely beautiful. Beautiful beyond belief. Okay, wait. Oh, that was so good. Oh, that was such a good shot. No. Don't you damage me. Okay. Whew. There. Show me the big number. 51. We gotta take this one to the end. This has to be it. Okay. I just got hit. It's all over. Alright? Back to business. Katana ravel time. First entrance, level 6. This was sort of highest quality content I come here for. Better make it into the post Tanya video. I mean, maybe. Gamba first instance completion. You know what? Sure. Do we win in one instance? Okay, I'm gonna give you 30 minutes on this prediction. Actually, not 30 minutes. Hold on. Wait a second. Delete. Take the points back. We're gonna do that again. Do we clear in one instance? Yes. No. I will give you 10 minutes. How's that sound? There you go. Hi, hello everybody. Hi, hi, hello, hi, hello, hi, hi, hello, hello, hi, hi. Ronkin Dreamer. What? Oh, I remember this. This is the bit where I gotta stand behind the rocks. Wow. It's been forever since I saw this. Oh my goodness. By the 12. Do you need to bribe Editor Wrath to have some Koopa in the video? I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think you had to bribe Editor Wrath to put Koopa in the video. Editor Wrath simply enjoys Koopa. I don't think it was ever mentioned in the Supercuts, or if anyone else from prior streams has suggested it, but I think you should get an arrow or relic weapon for either warrior or paladin. I think it'd make for good mindless content. Maybe one of these days. I might consider it eventually. Tell me you haven't played Dawn Trail without saying you haven't played Dawn Trail. I simply do not remember this from anything besides this dungeon. What else is your level in that? I'm going to be doing more of that later today. I'm planning to do some on stream. But it's been going good. I made it most of the way, I think, at this point. I want to get... I'm feeling like I'm going to probably do Cannoneer as my final class. Unless something is suddenly cooler than Cannoneer, but it's going to be difficult to be cooler than Cannoneer. Everybody, hello, it is good to see you. We are doing a community day on Thursday, alright? Very important. Please keep this in mind. Remember, on Thursday, Community Day. Hi, babe. Why are you looking at me like that? Community Day on Thursday. I'm going to be playing the video game Final Fantasy XIV, and we are going to, as a family, go and participate in the Forked Tower, now that we are able to do it. If you would like to join, please sign up on the Discord. There is a form. This is looking like it's gonna be pretty good. It is this Thursday. It is, in fact, this upcoming Thursday, the 14th-ish, maybe? And then it's gonna be a fun experience. You don't have to know how to do it. All right? Nobody should expect to know how to do it. You don't have to do any you don't have to do any preparations other than you need to be level 20. And you have to have a class that is prepared to do Forked Tower. I have no idea what to do with it. I know none of the mechanics. Han is going to be walking us through the mechanics for it the whole time while we're there. We're going to have a fun little Discord channel that is just going to be Han talking in. And it's good. There is a little prep. I'll make a channel soonish. Okay, I believe in you. Please inform me of what prep you need me to do, because I would like to do that in a timely fashion. Alright. First pull of enemies down. It only took 5 minutes. I'm gonna be honest with you. We might have to go for a big pull. I do not know if I can survive a big pull. But I know that Infuriate gives me my guaranteed crits now, which will guarantee crit my healing. We have to occasionally step away so we don't take too much damage while we're waiting for heals, but you know what? Not bad so far. Oh, almost. Almost did it. Maybe doable. I don't know if I'm gonna. Just can't get into the instance things. Eureka and Buzz just weren't interesting to me. Not even giving Dawn Trails a chance. How could you? A tragedy. Movement is mitigation. Also has your super potions. I mean, we're pretty low on super potions now, but we could restock at some point soon. We'll figure it out. Are potions even worth it at 70 plus? Oh yeah, definitely. No question. Very worth it. It's not a question of if they're worth it, it's more of a question of if I'm willing to go and to make it. And any amount of healing will always be good. All gonna be fine. Don't want to join the prediction. I'm a believer, but the no for internet points is just too tempting. How could you? I'm just saying, I think both sides have a pretty good chance. I know nothing about this dungeon. I remember nothing about this dungeon. It's a good shot all around. You never know. It's 50-50 chance you either do it or you don't. And as you all know, it's 50% of the time, 100% of the time. Unfortunately for you, my lord, I'm in the non-believer camp. How could you? What did you just walk in on? Walk. Why do you ask? At this rate, you'll time out from killing trash? No, that's not true. A bad trash time, like regular enemies, we've got just about like 20 minutes per, and then we'll be fine. Any longer than 20 minutes to get to a boss, then it's kind of a problem, but I'm not too worried before that. And we're pretty close to first boss there. It's just like technically 2 more ad pulls probably. Perhaps another mini boss. I've been living my best life, chat. I'm sitting around at home, working on videos, working on challenges, playing video games, you know. Pretty peak. You know, I could probably AoE this. This group should be fun. That was a bad shake it off. I wasted my raw intuition. Tragic. Aw, man, come on. I was so close, dude. I really need to skip that, man. I just want to do it. I want to get my AoE pull. I was almost there. Almost. How's it feel to be free of Titania? Very good. I'm very glad that Titania is over. The Mega Block dudes do in fact got hands. I'm gonna try the pull just one more time. If it loses if I lose too much time to it, then fine. I could do a single pull after this set, but I'm not too worried. I'll even throw on a pizza. Well, you know what I could do, actually? Hold on. This is a nice thing. Hold on, wait. So, I ran out of my mitigations after getting them to, like, about half, I want to say. If I just do a good little bit of damage first, then technically speaking, we should be fine. Ow. They can't be stunned as well. Perfect. There we go. This time it worked. Trying not to study the lasers so much for what? I'm trying my best over here, right? It worked, didn't it? That's all that matters. I got through it, okay? I can stand to the lasers all I want. As a little treat. Just as a little treat from me. A little tasty snack. If you could taste lasers, do you think they would be tasty? Like, if you had the ability to eat... If you had the ability to eat theoretical light, do you think it would taste good? They are? What do you mean they are? As if you can. Are you telling me you've unlocked the ability to do that? You could just do that? Tastes like fruit roll-ups. You'd be a plant. Oh, fruit. Ugh. I used to go to a campground when I was a kid. My parents would take me there for wonderful little trips. We'd go there most summers, basically, until the campground got way too expensive and then we couldn't go anymore. Absolutely wonderful place. Loved it to pieces. My absolute favorite, and it's the reason that I like going camping today. I remember there was one time at this campground they were doing a little golfing tournament. And like my dad had me help him out. I was the person carrying his golf clubs, and my friend was carrying his dad's golf clubs, and I did not know how to play golf, but my friend did. And so him and his dad were talking like, oh, you should use the 59 wood iron 520 4x4 for this shot. And then my dad was like, you should do that. I was like, I don't know how to play golf. And then I did not want to continue doing it because I was doing it so that I could get some quarters to spend at the arcade. And then it was taking too long and I didn't know how to play golf. So I complained to my dad and I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I quit and I would like my money now. And so he gave me a singular penny with which to go spend at the arcade for a whole nothing. So I did in fact finish the golfing session. I'm just going to be honest with you. Is that a real club? I have no idea. So, you know, I still have a special hole in my heart. A golf club shaped hole in my heart. With nothing but hatred and anger towards golfing. I will simply never golf. Ah, come on! Are you kidding me? I gotta beat up the little cube guy? I was skipping the cube guy for a reason. This was gonna be my strategy. Get the heck over here. How are you gonna make me kill the cube man? How are you gonna tell me I gotta kill cube man? You can't do this to me. I didn't think I had to kill the cube. I thought I was free. Guess there's a thorn in your side. Is that a golf joke? How will you recover when they add mini golfing in 8.0 MSQ? I will say mini golfing I have a different feeling about. I do like mini golf. Is that a real? No, it's not. I play golf. Okay, great. Thank goodness. Rip my 1.1k shinies. It's okay. I'm doing this for you. What? Rat, what's that enemy? Oh! Oh! I thought we were still talking about golf. I thought like a thorn was a golf term or something. I don't know. Listen, I got like 3 hours of sleep last night, okay? You can't be mad at me. I'm trying my best over you. Oh, big beetle man. Or big rock guy? Big bull rock guy. Now we're talking. Crush intruders. Rawr. You know, if I was a big rock guy like this, I think I would rawr. I think that would just be what I did. People come into my zone, and then I just go rawr at them. That's kind of half the fun. Okay. I genuinely love that the cast bar is above their head now. It makes me so happy. We're twinning because you got 4 hours. What do you mean? What do you mean you got 4 hours? Oh, this is a very easy boss. It's just gonna be splitting the arena multiple times. That's fine. Only thing I care about is keeping myself alive, then. This is first attempt so far for this one. Yeah, and then this is safe spot, and that's it. That's the whole fight. Okay. All the bosses take a lot of time in Shadowbringers these days, so I'm happy to have a boss where I could just focus on DPS instead of having to be concerned at all with surviving mechanics. We shall see, though. That's a weird angle. That's a lot of safe space. Hanging out as you get ready for work. I hope you have a good day at work. Things are going pretty well so far. I'm having a great time. Having a grand old time. Yeah, this boss at least should be very easy. And hopefully that means we can make back a good bit of time as well. Oh yeah. Why is bro giving you so much save space? Yeah, it's kind of weird. I expected it to be like quarter of the arena, but he's really giving me like a third. Kind of nice. He's just a nice guy. Yeah, that one's a quarter of the arena. There we go. Can I talk about a personal pet peeve of mine, chat? I'm gonna be honest with you. People that put up, like, the no trespassing signs in their yard, or, like, private property keep out, just they're very confusing to me. Oh, there we go. There's a tiny bit of saves. Because, like, how do I describe the... It just feels like they're being angry. And I don't really... I feel like it does nothing except provoke people. You know? Is that a weird thing to say? Like, the people that were going to trespass on your property, I assure you, don't care about there being a sign. And so all you're really doing is just provoking them and saying, oh wow, don't come onto my property or I'll be very angry, and just making people want to do it more. Very confusing. Can you explain that? That and or a no soliciting sign are usually there legally to try and prevent door-to-door nonsense. I see. That one makes sense, I guess. You have been warned. Yeah, but like, I mean, again, if somebody was going to come onto your property, why would they care about a sign? Obviously they don't care about the legality of entering your property in the first place. It's not like the sign makes the law there. And because I don't have the sign up, people are just allowed to trespass on my property? That's not how that works. Was it Wales last week? It's all sad. It said trespassers will be shot, survivors will be shot again. Alright, that's a little bit extreme. Because otherwise door-to-door salesmen are really constant and annoying, and they'll only not show up if you put up those signs. I see. Okay. Well, that one I can understand. Specifically fish and game or game wardens, if you have signs up, you have the ability to protest against them freely entering or setting up cameras. That's been lawsuits about. Oh, I see. That's kind of cool to know. Having to sign up means it's a willful violation if they stay instead of accidental. I see. Okay. Love refreshing stream with about a minute or 30 seconds ads left. Getting 2 more minutes, which puts even more ads on my. No, yeah, no, I'm so sorry. Unattended children will be given caffeine and a puppy. You know what? I like that one. That one is very scary. I think that one's scarier than being threatened, I'll be honest. Having to deal with the aftermath, caffeinated, newly puppified child? No. It's over. But it's like, you know, I kind of, when I originally got one of my old places, there was a no trespassing sign just like there, and they left it up after I got the place, which, you know, again, I just felt like was inviting people to come and trespass on my property and be angry at me, so I just kind of took it down. But I mean, I guess that makes sense. The main thing, I guess, is like the no door-to-door salesman. That's kind of... I don't really have door-to-door salesmen these days, and I think I only ever got one door-to-door salesman at the old place. So, can't really complain. I'm also, unfortunately, the kind of person that whether or not I will actually take the thing the door-to-door salesman is buying, I will invite them in and give them a nice little snack and a drink. Because it's like, you know, I want to be a good host. I want to be nice. That reminds me of when I was teeny tiny and my friend was in Boy Scouts. I was never in Boy Scouts, but my friend was in Boy Scouts, and there was like, listen, I'm just gonna tell you right now, popcorn, far inferior thing to try to sell to people door to door. I went around the neighborhood with him trying to sell popcorn to people. Nobody bought the popcorn. Not a single person bought the popcorn. But we were desperate because if we did like the max thing, if we did like $200 in sales of popcorn, we would get this cool thing. I can't remember what it was. It was either a bike or it was like a video game system. We were desperate, absolutely desperate. There was no, you couldn't get us away. So we went door to door forever. I came up with my own silly little song that I would sing every time we got to a door to try to convince people to buy the most expensive popcorn. You know, Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts kind of turn you into terrible people. They turn you into door-to-door salesmen, and I don't think there's anything more paid. Wait, what do you mean do not do that? They want to be nice, but company policy usually means they're taking that as interested, and they're going to keep coming back again and again. I see. Well, I always tell them to never come back. So, you know, and then they never come back. So it kind of works out. Being a sad over has its benefits because everyone wants Girl Scout cookies and is happy to see you. Yeah, no, that's the problem. The Boy Scouts were at a complete disadvantage, right? Absolute disadvantage. Nobody wants to buy a $40 bucket of popcorn. No one. No human being on Earth wants to spend that much money. And this is like, I'm not talking about now, where $40 for a bucket of popcorn is normal grocery store prices. I'm talking about $40 for a bucket of popcorn when I was like 7 years old. So, back when I could actually get groceries for like 40 bucks, you know? Rather ruin my sleep schedule help? I can assist with that. I have my 3-step process for fixing such terrible things as this. Step number 1, make it even worse. Step number 2, make it worse again. And then, congratulations, you do that so much that you fix it. I will be back in 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. I'm ready to go. Believers, listen. If we lose by 40 seconds, fine. My fault. But it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Just believe in me. So far the dungeon hasn't been too bad. So far, not terrible. I haven't experienced any philia equivalents, which is a win. You want Girl Scout cookies now? What the heck? I mean, there's nothing we could do about it. Unfortunately, it is the propaganda of Girl Scout cookies. They have embedded themselves into so much media that you just kind of talk about them offhandedly, and then you want Girl Scout cookies. That's just the whole thing. Chat, I can hear my cat yelling at me in the distance. They're really trying to ruin this run for the believers. I feel like Mizuki voted non-believer. I have to go check on my son after this. Hold on, another 2 seconds. It's gonna be fine. We just do this poll first, and then it's easy peasy. Petting your cat is a gain on 3. That is very true. Favorite type of Girl Scout cookie? I don't know if I am in the popular opinion here, but my favorite Girl Scout cookie is the peanut butter one, the tagalongs or whatever. I don't remember what they're called. They're little, it's like, it's just a cookie with peanut butter and then it's coated in chocolate. It's very tasty. That was my personal favorite. But I haven't had Girl Scout cookies in so long that I just don't know it. Cinnamon World discontinued, absolute tragedy. Unsettling cry rings out through the temple. Okay, you know what? Mizuki has stopped yelling. We should be fine, I hope. Bracelets of casting? Unimportant. How many more enemies are there? Looks like 2. Piercing cry rings out through the temple. Okay. I can handle some bats along with this bolt. That'll be fine. A little sprint helps everyone. Sprint and spell, you're alive and well. Kiss sprint goodbye, you're bound to die? I don't know. I gave it my best shot. Yeah. I don't think that was really anything. I don't think that was going anywhere either. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. Alright, heal is back. Bats are down. We have succeeded. Perfect. By the way, the goal is Endwalker. Do you mean reaching it or clearing it? My plan is to clear base Endwalker. As of right now, that feels like the best place to end. So, the final thing will be 6.0 base Endwalker. I hate to say that if you were in my chat telling me that Endwalker and Dawntrail are impossible, unfortunately I have some other solos to point you towards. It's nowhere near as bad as you think it is. Time is rough. Katana, I barely know her. True. It is Entrail and Dawnwalker. This is the life we live. It used to be to get to Dawntrail and retire on the beach. That is true. That was the original Now I've swapped over to just the end of 6.0 Endwalker, just because it feels better, you know? I would like to not accidentally die to the horned iguanas, please. Yeah, not as bad as you think. Listen, cows. When the thing that they think is literally physically impossible, it is not as bad as they think. Is it terrible? I am absolutely sure. Yes. I have no doubt in my mind. We shall figure it out. Should you use duty support for that in solo account? Oh yeah, no. No duty support allowed. Trusts and NPC support easily. What's the plan after solo is done? Like after you win? No, like I've got a few new challenges that I want to do. I don't know if I'll commit to any big series for a bit, but I've got some more stuff that I would like to do. And you never know. Maybe we don't even get to, Endwalker. Maybe we finish before then. And you know what? If that's the case, then so be it. We shall see. Catching all fish, for example. No. No, that is not anywhere on the list, actually. You a Monster Hunter challenge, you coward. Why am I a coward? I would be okay with doing a Monster Hunter challenge at some point. I may do challenges for other video games. Who knows? I have a challenge for one that I would already like to do at some point. I don't know if I ever will, but it could be fun. Depends on if I get the time to be able to do it before somebody else does it, I guess. We are definitely pretty low on time. Oy. This is gonna be a little rough. Why ended it Endwalker? Because it feels good. Rather than just continuing the challenge until it reaches its max possible end, I would rather get to a point that I'm happy with and say that's the ending. You know? And cinematically, I'm very happy with the Endwalkers. The end of a 10-year story is more than enough for me. Maybe you could try this other MMO keep hearing about it. I think it's called RuneScape. I probably will not ever be a RuneScape content creator. Don't get me wrong. I would love to. It's just that, listen, it's a lot harder to do what I do in RuneScape. Because, like, everybody already does what I do in RuneScape. So finding my own little thing is a lot more different. I need a crystal. No tile, man. I would feel weird just doing someone else's series, you know? And also, I'm nowhere near good enough at that game to do some of the more ridiculous ones. So I don't know. Oh, that's a walnut. Okay, that's very close. Totally random suggestion. Never brought it up before. Final Fantasy X is a great game. Oh, true. Funny because yeah. I mean, I love RuneScape. That's the reason that I currently have this channel. Because of RuneScape. But I don't consider myself good enough at RuneScape to be able to do cool things in the same way that I consider myself good at Final Fantasy XIV. In fact, I would even go so far as to call myself bad at RuneScape. Obviously, when solo is done, another ad has made it big. He's gonna pivot to Minecraft. Can you solo 100 days hardcore? True. I could just pivot to Minecraft. I am a Minecraft enjoyer. I'm just saying. I could do that. This boss, unfortunately, is a lot more difficult than the previous. Solo only Final Fantasy 11? I don't know. I don't know if I could bring myself to play 11. I've never tried it. It has never particularly interested me. Which, okay, hold on. Just forgive my chair, because it hates me. But that just made me think of, there's a comment that I got on one of my videos. I think it was the first Super Cup. I got it relatively recent, and it was just like, I wish Final Fantasy XIV would just die already, so everyone would go back to playing 11. But like, no one would do that. Like, no one would do that. They are, like, maybe they would do it to try it for like a little bit. But they're such extremely different games. You would not get any player base. That's not how that works. That it's genuinely like is saying that once the Halo franchise dies off, everybody's gonna start playing Warframe. I don't know, dude. It's absolutely crazy to think. No, never. I don't even want to play it. Me of all. Say it's a bad comparison because Warframe is a good game. Yeah, but I mean, like, it's just so completely different from one another. I know they're both Final Fantasy titles, but like, one of them is entirely based on menu inputs, and the other one has hotbars. Do you see the problem? Do you think the hotbar enjoyers would go to menu inputs the video game? I don't. It does make me genuinely curious, though, how many people have that overlap. Like, they play both. They play 11 and 14. For a new to stream in the notion of solo challenge content in 14, out of curiosity, is War the only classic in solo synced dungeons like this? No. I've done a solo synced dungeon as Red Mage. That was Alamigo. I'm thinking I'll try 11 because it's a 2002 MMO versus 2015 MMO. I mean, I played the funny point-and-click adventure game RuneScape, okay? I can't judge a video game based on when it was released, nor do I think I ever will. I'm an old man, okay? Old video games were the ones that I enjoyed more. I dislike newer video games more so than I dislike older video games. But that's just because that's what I grew up with. That's the good stuff. But like, I just don't think I'll ever touch 11 just because I don't really want... If I wanted menu-based gameplay, I would go play Kingdom Hearts. Still need to get you to play Luna the Silver Star and Luna Eternal Blue sometime. I am a firm enjoyer of Luna Dragon Song, and because they're not remaking Luna Dragon Song, I refuse to support that franchise. As soon as they give me a re-release of Luna Dragon Song, I'm in. Yeah, you run, you lose HP. That's the best part. You could try and remind me of the terrible things that were part of that game, but I assure you, I remember them, and I still love it. I am Lunar Dragon Song's #1 fan. It is a turn-based RPG where I cannot choose which enemy I'm targeting. It is a turn-based RPG where my characters will just attack on their own at random. It is a turn-based RPG where, for probably one of the hardest boss fights in the entire game, your main character loses 2/3 of their damage. Just because you're not allowed to have it. It's the perfect video game. It is the perfect video game. Play 11 because Blue Mage is an actual job. Alright, understandable. That one I could see. What game were we talking about? Lunar Dragon Song? Yeah, no. So for one of the segments, you win the tournament in the Beast Kingdom, and the Beast King is very angry at you because you're a human and you won the tournament in the Beast Kingdom, and he thinks that all the Beast people are better than humans. So he curses you and makes it so that where normally the main character, every time you attack, you hit 3 times. It's like a triple kick attack, and you deal 3 like different segments of damage. While you are cursed with the Beast King's curse, you only get to attack once every single time. So you lose 2/3 of your damage. Just because the game feels like it, and then you have to go and beat, in my opinion, one of the hardest areas of the entire game with that 1/3 of your normal damage, and a full boss fight before you can get it back. It's the perfect video game. It's genuinely perfect. I love it. I love that game so much. And allow me to describe to you that the basic story of this video game, okay? Alright, I have to focus a little bit here, and I'm probably gonna food back up again, because we don't have very long. I need to get this done in 10 minutes. These ads need to be dead in 10 minutes. I'm going the wrong way. Perfect. These ads need to be dead in 10 minutes, and then I'll have 20 minutes for boss, and I hope that will be enough. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, so like, beautiful video game, love it to pieces, absolute masterpiece. The whole basis of this game is that you are a courier. You are delivering people's packages, and then you get attacked by some Sasquatches on your way to deliver a package. And they steal your package. And so you have to chase them down to get the package back, and you end up at an ancient temple for dragons, and then I don't remember any of the other bits of the story. That was it. That was the whole thing. And no, I assure you, I did not play it wrong. That is just actually how the game is supposed to be. The game was rigged from the start. Now it all makes sense. It does make sense. Also, crazy amounts of damage from just one pull. It's not even like I'm doing multiple pulls here. Calm down a little bit, guys. Come on. My money is it's on the mug. Gorilla enemies normally deal stupid amounts of damage. I'm pretty sure that's the reason I'm back. I see 2 more gorillas up there. I do not appreciate it. But you do keep standing in the orange. I mean, even then, even without the orange, it was ridiculous. So Heaven's Word, if Nidhogg's eye was a parcel. Yeah, basically. Gorillions of damage. How dare you? Reminds me of the cursing seventh. Seventh Sage Suffering Mensch. That's honestly me for real. Chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. I gave in to the propaganda. Okay? I was looking through all of my social medias like 2 streams ago. That's why I gave you the little high redemption that you can now do in my chat. I gave this to you as a gift because the propaganda was informing me that Twitch was not functioning right and was losing your lurkers. And then I was told that I should live in fear because I may be losing up to 50% of my viewership because of Twitch being weird. So this was a very scary time for me. It was very scary. It was very sad. I was worried. I was concerned that the chatters would be stolen away from me. But I gotta be honest with you. I have noticed, if anything, I have better numbers than I did previously. So I don't think that that's real. I don't think that happened. And this is what we in the business call a survivor's bias. Thank you for all the high redeems. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very appreciate. This is what we in the business like to call survivor's bias. So I think, actually, everyone else that is currently struggling and having difficulties, no. They're probably just making that up. That can't be. That can't be real at all. I feel like the nice little redeem is helping everyone to be counted. But I mean, like, do you really use the redeem? I feel like a few people use it at the very start of stream. But it's not like everyone is using it. Throw on a little bit of this. That is a lot of see? And you can only use it once per stream. So if this many people are using it right now, that means this many people did not do it at the start of the stream. Thank you, Wrath, for inspiring me to do my own challenge run for 14. I'm glad to hear. I'm about to die. I was distracted. It's not my fault. There we go. Oh, come on! I needed to not read chat. That was so stupid. I died as my heal went off. That was the worst. Alright, whatever. Time to do that pull again. I don't think I have enough time for boss now. There's probably going to be another 5 minutes to do the next pull. There's definitely not just these 2 pulls. There's more than likely going to be another whole... Yeah, there's another whole set over here. And I still don't know what these gorillas are for. So do I get an extra 2 gorillas at the end? Who knows? Who knows? The Council of Monkey judges your trash mob pull. Honestly, I hope that is all it is. I hope the Council of Monkey is simply judging. I would feel a lot better. Oh, look at that. Nice and easy. Pick one of these. Would it not be wise to collect here to convert into company's use? To convert into duck bones to sell for guild given your current financial circumstances? What are duck bones? What? Is this a real thing? I would eat the bone, you're correct. I'm the kind of person that... I feel like I've spoken about this on stream before, but, like, people will see me eating ribs or chicken wings, and then they sit there and they stare at me for a second, and they're like, eh, but then they justify it to themselves. It's like, oh, well, you know, you're, like, at least you're eating everything, but, like, I pick the bones completely clean. It's a horror show. And I do also mean that does mean I eat the cartilage. The cartilage is my favorite part. So a lot of the time I will get exactly the reaction of like that weird look, and then are you eating the whole, you're eating all, I mean, I get, at least you're not being wasteful with anything, I guess, I suppose, probably. And then that's it, that's where it ends. And then they just justify it to themselves with that, and then they're good, and they're done. And they can stop judging. There are people that don't pick them clean. I'd say that like, it's much more common for people to just, like, eat the bits of meat off of a bone that are not near the cartilage, and then just completely leave the rest of it. Vulture behavior? I mean, honestly, me for real. Can't eat bone and wings, too many near choking incidents. I mean, that's understandable. In fact, I'd say that's very understandable. That's some good justification. Bone-in is simply my preferred because it's the tastiest. There's 3, and then there's an extra pull of monkeys. Okay, yeah, I'm not beating this. Believers, I'm sorry to say, there's no chance I did this. Okay. At the current rate, this is gonna be. Sorry, when you said you love the cartilage, I instinctively had a weird look. My apologies. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not gonna, like, stop. I'm still going. But, yeah, believers, if you had hopes, they're gone. You should probably put them aside, tuck them into a nice safe space, and store them away for later. But... quails and other small birds are like eating a Lego bag covered in meat. What? What a comparison. I do not think I have ever in my life, like not even have I never had someone even come close to that comparison. I don't think I've ever heard somebody use meat and a Lego bag in the same sentence before. I have... You have invented a new sentence. Congratulations. I am thoroughly impressed. The world's only original sentence has just been put in my chat. And you know what? I'm proud. I'm proud of my chat for being so outgoing. English is the second language. Does that to a person, I guess? No, it's beautiful. Trust me, that's maybe my favorite thing ever. I think that might be one of my favorite chat messages that has ever hit the chat. Like, this is genuinely beautiful. I was just so taken aback. Also, that reminds me of yet another thing that truly hurts my soul. Like, I'll see, I have a good few friends, especially with some of the old MMOs that I used to play, that are like, please forgive me, it's English second language, so I'm not so great at this. And then they're better at speaking and writing English than most of the people that I actually know who only know English. It's painful for me. It's like, how are you better at English than I am? Where have I gone wrong? Formal versus slang? I mean, I guess so. That could kind of make sense. I could see that. But I don't know slang. I don't speak in slang, ever. I say the Rizzler sometimes because I think it's funny, but like that's the extent of it. English? Doesn't English move? True for real. If you learn it as a second language, you learn it perfect. Oh, I knew the monkey was gonna be an extra pull. Oh, wait, this pull is a little horrifying. Hold on. Hold on. Just give me a few minutes. I need to kill them. Ugh. Yeah, no, that's completely lost. There's no way. That is the worst it could have possibly been. I really tried to get the hill. As a non-native English speaker, it's because we have to learn a ton of grammar, and I found when moving to UK, at least here, grammar and rules of the language are barely studied. Yeah, I could kind of see that. I had to learn how to read Shakespeare when only Uriacha knows how to speak like that anymore. I mean, you know. Alright. So we have definitely lost this first attempt. That is absolutely unrecoverable. There's no way I beat a final boss in 10 minutes. The only bad part about that is I don't know if I can even do this pull now with 3 monkeys and the extra 4th bird, all at full health. I might just have to single target. Unless I can evoke you away from the monkeys? I can! Okay. That'll do it then. Sobs my shinies. I tried my best. Hot take, people take Shakespeare too seriously. He was the king of EP and fart jokes. I mean, reading the bits of Shakespeare that I have, I will say that you gotta remember, we don't respect the people that make these artworks, that make these written stories. We don't respect Homer for the Iliad because the Iliad is like the greatest piece of media ever written. We respect it because you can't compare it to today. The fact that you can at all compare it to anything near modern speaks extremely well about why it is so respected. It is simply the fact that even though it is like not extremely well done, the fact that it can be compared to today when it was made many, many centuries ago is incredible. They are the basis for media. Plays were written for the masses, not the elite, and it's wonderful and rare that something like that has survived in its low-key and rarity and historical influence. That's another thing. Is like, yeah, you gotta remember who he was writing for. He's not writing for, like, he's writing for, like, second grade level reading comprehension, at best. So that kind of stuff is good. I will agree. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Shakespeare's stuff is the best things ever written. I've read better stuff in my life that has been released in my life, like The Tale of Despero, my beloved. My mom read that to me while I was before bed every night. We would read bits of The Tale of Despero, and then the movie came out, and it was the worst film adaptation of a book humanly possible. It's like M. Night Shyamalan Avatar The Last Airbender levels of bad. And so I never trusted any movie iterations of media ever again. So, you know, but like, the fact that I could reasonably compare Shakespeare to current day media, and you can see that what Shakespeare wrote still reflects in our art today, that's why it's impressive, you know? Still not over the fact that the people keep trying to use the Odyssey as proof that the Greeks didn't have the color blue, but according to mytho-history, Homer was blind. Why do we trust his color descriptions so much? I mean, I'm kind of... this is news to me to think that Homer was blind. That is a big shot you fired? You sure? What do you mean? I do that all the time. Okay, no more monkey. At least I get the cool slide, and at least we get the cutscene. Is there any way I'm beating this boss in 10 minutes? Definitely not. But you better believe I'm gonna try. found out of hell I have to take further away, but I'm focused on DPS right now, so I'll take the extra hit. Falling off isn't so bad at the moment. Glossolalia is our AoE. Viper Poison. More AoE drops, okay. Closes off parts of the arena. Ooh. Don't like that. Great. I might just barely make this. Ooh. Just about a 20k combined. Viper Poison is a good brief chance to heal. Okay, never mind. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. Please work. Okay, perfect. Can keep up damage with that. It's about to be party stack. Or not. Why did I get a vuln up? Am I meant to stand center?
My lord, petition for a horse girl racing channel.
Wow. It is a rough boss fight, but a lot easier if I do that mechanic properly, I think. It looked like whenever it was the party stack, it was the side heads that attacked, and so there was a thin line in center that made it so I wouldn't get hit. Okay. Alrighty. Unfortunately, believers, we were very close. But the non-believers have won. Congratulations, non-believers. Congratulations. That is a loss. Get the dungeon without dying, and you definitely got it. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I can probably get through that a lot easier. It's, now I think the question for me is whether or not I want to try and do the AoE pulls again to save time, or if I want to single target instead for safety. We'll figure it out as I go. Okay, I need a drink, and then we're on to the next attempt. Whoa. Oh, chat. Apparently I currently have Gale Force. Warning? No. That's not right. I have extreme heat warnings? Is that what that is? Either way, they're telling me that my power might just explode. So... just FYI, if stream suddenly drops off the face of the earth, that is why. I get extreme heat warnings that will apparently take out my entire electric grid. That's cool. I'm in Canada. I didn't come to Canada for Can you hear me? Hello, chat. I need to tell you about something. Right? So, last night, I was attempting to sleep. I was giving it my very best shot. I was not succeeding. Hold on, I'm gonna swap chairs, actually. This chair is better for my back, but is worse for my microphone. So... swap over to the fancy chair. Okay. So, right, my problem is, I hold on, I gotta crack open a cold one with the boys. Thank you. I was trying to sleep last night, and I'm getting a little bit comfortable. I was really struggling to sleep, but then my cat decides to come and lay on me, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. First my son laid on me, and then he put his paws on my face, and it was very cute and adorable. And then my old lady daughter decided to come lay on me, and she was like leaning her weight up against my chin. and that was very cute. But then she decided, actually, and then she got up a little bit and put her butthole directly onto my mouth, like full covering my mouth and everything. And anytime I tried to get away from it, she would simply chase me down and return her butthole to mouth. It was the worst. It was horrific. It was truly horrific. She perchance is not an orange cat. She is part Siamese. She's the one that screams. You know what? I could probably get her, actually. If she's napping, never mind. If she's having a little nap, I'm not gonna go get her. But if she was not having a little nap, I would bring her over, and then you could listen to her screaming. She was on a mission. She truly was. Can I just be honest that I feel like cat breeds aren't really a thing unless we're talking about Siamese cats. And then all of a sudden there's a cat breed that exists. But I've never heard anyone else call a cat by their breed and only by their color. See, that's the thing, Steve. She probably did want me to clean her. She's just a big baby. She's just a big baby that wants to be cleaned. Hello, Denma. How's it going? This is what I get for cleaning my cats on their silly little heads. Hello, Denma. Why are you booing me? Why are you booing it? You came in right when ads ran. This is not by choice. Cat breeds literally do not exist outside of pedigree. Okay, well, perfect. Then why? For domestic short hair is a term, but no idea what it means. It means that your cat has short fur compared to long and puffy fur. Soon the ads will be over, chat. And then we can go in. Maine Coons. That's okay. No, you're right. That's another breed that I know that exists. Other than that, nothing. Oh. Domestic short hair is just a cat. Sphinx? Is a Sphinx an actual, like, breed name? I've never heard of a Sphinx cat. Excuse me. Okay. Welcome back. Hello, Denmo. Thank you for the tier 1. How are you doing? Hello, Corporal Peaches. Thank you for the 10 months. How are you doing? Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome back from the ad zone. I hope your ad experience was as terrible as it always is. There's nothing we could do about it. Good luck. Speaking of ad experiences being terrible, chat, YouTube chat, have you experienced any ads? Like, at all? Because I think I think I am... Oh no, I'm still in the review process. Okay. Channel almost monetized. Almost? Okay, good. Just had like 3 in a row. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for yourself. Yeah, I can make YouTube not do it. Okay. This time we win. I hope. Please. We gotta go with purpose. I'm gonna throw on food buff for an hour. Wow, that was a major lag. That was terrible. This should keep me safe? It does, yes. Perfect. 0 potions? We don't need the potions. It'll be fine. Don't trust Raph to not throw another easy win? What do you mean? What was easy about that? Hold on. I will give you the same prediction. Do we win in this instance? And you have 10 minutes. Good luck, chat. Don't you have several stacks of the prayer grade? Yeah, I do. I could throw some max potions on. That's what I'm saying. We don't need potions. It's not a worry. It's not a concern. Look, there you go. 3,881 potions. I've learned nothing and have bet even more shiny. Okay. Well, at least I can say that's your fault. I've been really craving playing Pokemon Coliseum recently. Nintendo told me that they were going to give me Pokemon Coliseum for the little GameCube port that they did for Switch 2 thingy. I have yet to see it. I'm waiting, Nintendo. I'm waiting with bated breath. Don't betray me. I need Pokemon Coliseum. I need to replay it. I've also been thinking that I might replay Katamari Damacy. Katamari Damacy. But just because I have the Ghost has never played it, so I'm going to force them to play Katamari. If I go back after live to put the VOD on while I sleep, that counts towards the watch hours for monetization. Yeah, that should. Yeah, I mean, I've already hit the watch hour requirement for monetization, so it should be all set. It's just whenever they decide to tell me I'm allowed to be monetized. Yippee. Give us Coliseum and Gale of Darkness. Coliseum first. Don't give me Gale of Darkness first. That would be very confusing. Never played Katamari, but it's very charming. It is very charming. And that's the whole thing. So here's the thing about it, right? I never beat Gale of Darkness. I've only ever played it like a little bit. And that is specifically because I thought the way that they changed the system was stupid, right? So in Pokemon Coliseum, for anybody that does not know, basically you're playing a Pokemon game where you are stealing people's Pokemon. Like, the bad people have closed off the door to their Pokemon's hearts, right? They've closed the door to their hearts. And so the Pokemon becomes a shadow Pokemon, right? And then you use your snag balls from your really cool arm gadget thingy that you get to wear. And you throw the Pokeballs and you can steal it from other trainers. But you can only steal their shadow Pokemon, right? And then what you would do is you get them to open up the door to their heart by by battling with them and becoming friends with them and making them happy and comfortable and all that jazz, right? And they'd be stuck at whatever level you caught them at until you open the door to their heart, and then they can start leveling normally again, right? So the way that you would do that is you would battle with them, and then you would get their shadow level to 0, okay? You get the shadow level down to 0 so that they're good, and then you bring them to the shrine to Celebi, and then Celebi opens up the door to their hearts. Okay? That's the general idea. You go to a shrine, and then it heals them, and then they're good. In Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, from my understand, from everything that I tried to understand about that video game, I have to use Pokemon mathematics to cure my Pokemon of being Shadow Pokemon. Which is not something that I particularly want to do. I have to form a perfect type circle around the Pokemon in the middle, and then after I do that, it has the chance to slowly over time get rid of their Shadow Pokemon thingy or whatever the heck it was. It was very confusing, and I was not good at it, and so I stopped playing. Because it was no longer just take them to Shrine and then they open their hearts. Also, they changed the Mirror B theme, which was the best part of the first game. It's such a massive downgrade. You can still do the Shrine. The machine was for quality of life to do multiple at once. Was it? Because I thought it was like... I thought you had to do the other ones first, and then they would be... You can still use the Shrine Gale of Darkness except for one specific Pokemon. For that one specific Pokemon, maths are needed. Okay, that makes more sense. Because I watched my friend doing the math for that specific Pokemon, and it's the thing that made me upset. So... I will not stand this Mirror B theme slander. The Gale of Darkness Mirror B theme is objectively worse, and I will not be taking opinions on it. It is correct. Colosseum is the superior one. You know what, chat? How about this? How about this? As soon as I'm done this dungeon attempt, how about we're gonna listen to them back to back together, and then I will put a poll in chat. I will put a poll in chat and we will vote on which version of the Mirror B theme is better. Yeah, no, I need another Pokemon Colosseum. I just need it. I need it. Played the Gale of Darkness Mirror B theme during the Dancing Green fight, and it went, oh, I could see that. Oh, wait, that's actually a genius idea. Hold on. That's amazing. I run, I do this, I do this. I do one of these. And then we do one of these. And then we're perfect. I'm gonna die. I'm absolutely about to die. Once again. No, no, wait. Saved. Perfect. Nintendo, my life for a new Pokemon Colosseum. Just do it already. Just give it to me, please. It's not that I'm not a believer. I just bet where the higher payout is, I see. So you're not a believer. You are simply a believer when it gets you points. You are a believer believing that you will get shinies out of it. But you are incorrect. The true believers are the believers that will believe even when they know they're going to lose. The true believers are the believers that have lost thousands and thousands of shinies to the most ridiculous predictions ever made. That's a true believer. Sounds like a crypto point thing or a cult. Well, it's Twitch chat, so it's basically one of those. I would never be so rude as to call you a crypto coin thing, chat, but I would call you a cult. I could definitely do that. Never believe in the 3-line, but I do think this dungeon is very doable. See? The 3-line believers, they're the real ones. The people that convince themselves that I will somehow get 3 lines on my Wondrous Tales, that's the one. And the believers are broke. 25% of the yes money is mine alone. Listen, I never said they had a lot of points. Were you not listening to this last conversation? Of course they're broke. They lose it all to this. Oh, man. I've only gotten a 3-line once in the entire 12 years I've played 14. Once? Well, I can tell you that in all 8 or some odd, maybe 9 years that I have played 14, I have gotten a 3-line 0 times. The true believers are the believers we made along the way. Chat, the believers are multiplying. They're creating more believers. This is great for the non-believer economy. Got 3 lines the week Endwalker came out. Didn't get the best rewards since they didn't have a level 90 since the level cap adjusted. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, that hurts. Mathematically, at some point, I have to get a 3-line. Like, just doing the math and thinking about it mathematically. I have to get it at least once. Right? But this is the reason I don't use the ghost chair. It is too tall for my tiny desk. It is hurting my knees. Okay, this boss is full DPS, so You say that, but there is a chance you never get it, ever? It may be mathematically small, but it's still a chance that you could hit it, I believe. Thank you, Callus. Thank you for sharing my worst fears with the chat. The difference between hope and delusion. Come on. All of a sudden, this time he's doing the fancy attacks from the start. I see how it is. Should give you a pity rate like gacha games, I wish. That would be so much better. Please. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I hung out with Frosty for a bit, and I did a little podcast with him at some point a while ago. And he asked me if there was anything if I could ask Yoshi P to change something about the game to make the solo challenge more doable or a little easier. I couldn't really think of anything at the time, aside from like just making sure that there's nothing we cannot do in terms of like just, oh no, this thing lives at 0.1% forever, right? Like just making sure that doesn't happen. But I think I have to change my answer now. I think my answer now is two things. Number one is I want to be able to like stop locking off zones aside from the obvious MSQ required locks. You know, like I'm not talking about letting me into the last area in Shadowbringers, right? I'm just saying when the entrance to Raktika is right there and walkable the entire time, just make it so I can walk there. Just let me in. That's all I need. Please. Just let me in. And then the other one would be adding a pity system to Wondrous Tales so that I could get 2 lines and 3 lines ever. Every 3 years you get a guaranteed 3 lines. I think it would probably be every 2 years, right? Just, if you have done every 100 Wondrous Tales, if you've done 100 Wondrous Tales, just on my 100, if I have never gotten a 3-line, give me a 3-line. Just the one time, you know? It doesn't have to be every 100 Wondrous Tales, but just like a singular time. Force the victory. You know, the more I look at it, this guy's got a pretty well sculpted shoulder plating. Yeah, shoulder plating. You make it an achievement reward. You know what? That's a good idea. Just on my 100th Wondrous Tale, just give me a gold certificate of commendation. Chat. I need to start convincing you to use emotes more often. I go to all these other streamer chats, and their chats are always spamming their emotes. What emote can I give you that you would spam? I would like to see my chat full of emotes. So what can I possibly give you that you would use it in every message? A Wrathful lol? Okay, you know what? understandable. That one we could do. We love the throw tombstone, personally. I think we should probably start using throw tombstone every time we get raided by someone. We could just throw the tombstones at the raider. Make actual chat more fun than emotes. Well, I mean, you know, I don't mean just emotes, but I mean, you know, just express yourselves a little bit through the medium of emotes. Fast clap could be pretty good. Okay, like this idea. And we love the Prage. Yeah, Prage and the hype emotes we like. We do have a Bill emote. There it is, the Bill Love emote. You don't get to use misprediction anymore. Wait, we don't do that anymore. I never miss predictions now. I'm too good. You do more palace, that would encourage plenty of frogs. That's unfortunately very true. PvP. We can do some PvP later. My goal, my idea, is that I will beat this dungeon, and then once I am done with this dungeon, I'm going to spend some time leveling up in the Occult Crescent to prepare for Thursday, in which we will be doing Porch Tower together as a family. Speaking of probabilities, I got 10,000 MVP from Mini Cactbot 3 times in a row the other day. Oh. Where did that come from? Kin made that for me after everyone was making fun of me for eating frozen Jamaican beef patties on the first speedrun. It was immortalized as an email. You would love to tower, but alas, not NA. Oh no, we're not doing it on NA. We're going to be doing it with terrible lag. Hen, are you here? What was the... Are we doing it on Materia? Was that where we were doing it? It says so in the sign-up. I just can't remember where. Hi, Hen. Where are we doing Forge Tower again? Yeah? Okay, so we're doing Forge Tower on Materia, so you don't have to be NA. You can just exist. You could be. You could hang out. Very small text that reads as many as the good Lord will put in me emote? No. I'm vetoing that one. That was not allowed. Yes, it is on Materia. We get to deal with terrible, terrible lag just so that everyone is allowed to play with us. It is very important. You cannot DC travel to Materia? Everyone can DC travel to Materia. What do you mean? Yeah, the Oceanic Data Center, the one that literally everyone can go to, that's where we're doing it. Specifically because everyone can go there. What do you mean you can't DC travel to Materia? It came free with your Final Fantasy 14. What do you mean you don't have Uno? And because lag is funny. That is true. Lag is funny. Somebody's just gonna have to explain to me how we get into the Forks Tower in the first place. I will weaken them first. The Australian contingent of
before I forget.
Oh, thank you. It was very kind of you. The Australian contingent of rap viewers. Ah, my time has come. Yes, true. I expect a very large showing from the Australian rap games viewer base. We need you. They were banned from Materia after the incident, TM. Why does the incident have a trademark? Everyone needs a sanguine something, and then everyone queues into it. Okay, how do I get a sanguine something? First message to let you know that to get 99% chance to guarantee a 3-line, it'll take about 2,190 Wondrous Tales. I was paying too much attention to chat. According to my rudimentary math. I see. So 2,190 weeks? How many years is that? Do we have any idea? At least 1 year? I'm pretty sure it's more than that. 42.1 years. I see. Alright, so if I play Final Fantasy for 40 years and I do my Wondrous Tales every single week, I've got a 99% chance to have gotten it at least once. Must purchase a Sanguine Cipher from the Expedition Antiquarian for 600 silver pieces for 960 gold pieces. Why is the gold prices more expensive? Gold is way easier to farm. Isn't silver the easier one to farm? I just do fates. But also, I really wish silver was easier to farm because it takes so long to get any silver ever. I have to get a full set of this dinky little armor. And it takes like a full day to get one piece. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't have to get it, but I want to get it. Tragic. Well, I mean, you also have to imagine that that's without ever using second chance points. That it would take 2,100, right? It would take 40 years. If you use second chance points, every single time you hit shuffle, that is almost an equivalent of a Wondrous. Hot Fate coffers now get silver and gold, but not enough. It only gives like 100 or 100 silver, which is stinky. I have to pay a little bit of attention so I don't die again, so please excuse me. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm just gonna start single targeting. Decimate is a gain on 4, right? It's not a gain on 3. We discussed this. I remember. In fact, the only thing that is an equivalent is my AoEs. And that's just only when it's building up beast gauge. When it isn't building up beast gauge, it's not a gain on 3. Well, no, because I'm not 96, so I don't have the bonus potencies. So never mind. Hold on. I might have been thinking of a different thing entirely. The 7,500. That's 9,000 off of the crit one, which, I mean, I don't have a replaceable crit one for Infuriate. I don't have a replaceable Infuriate one for single target. Okay. I guess I could put this back, since I can't even use a Rajani right now. My forced crit with Infuriate is a gain on 2. Okay, that was only the first set of enemies. $180, $360, $540. Decimate is a gain on 3 right now. The demo has been a while since I've caught a stream. I missed this on a stream and that killed my motivation for 14. But I'm back. I'm glad to be so. Welcome back. Welcome back. Absolutely beautiful. I used to go crayfish when I went to that campground I was talking about earlier. I used to go crayfish. And so basically, I would go down to the little stream, and there would be crayfish in it. And I would be like, wow! And then I would sneak up behind the crayfish, and I would grab it, and I would hold it, like, right behind where its claws are. Because if you hold it there, it can't reach around and like snip at your fingers. And then I would put them in a bucket. And then normally, I would do this and then just kind of do this for the day. And then once I was done, I would put them all back. But there was one particular time where I decided I would really like to I would really like to get myself a little something. I think I want to bring these crayfish home to eat. And so I brought them home with me. It was a big bucket. I got a lot of crayfish, and I brought them to my mother, and I was like, hey, you should cook these crayfish. I would like to be able to eat them. And then my mother was like, no, I'm not going to do that. There's not enough crayfish here for a meal, obviously. There's too few crayfish. And so I very sadly had to go back and get the crayfish again. I had to get more crayfish so that I could have enough crayfish to have it as a meal. And then turns out, golly gee willikers, the little path I decided to take to go back down to put the crayfish back was basically, the best way I could describe this was just a sheer cliff. And I decided I was going to crawl down this sheer cliff to bring them back instead of taking the weird walkway thingy. And then I tripped and I fell. And all of the crayfish went everywhere. They were scattered around the place. And realistically, they were right next to the stream. So like, there was a decent chance they would just go back to the water. But I was devastated by this. You gotta understand. I felt so bad for the things that I was just about to, like, I wanted to bring home to eat. I felt so bad because I had just dropped them. I sat there and I cried for like an hour. It was, you could not console me if you tried. I was simply, it was over. I had reached the end of the line. I had betrayed everything I knew. Truly a tragedy. And you know what? I don't even think I wanted to eat the crayfish anyway. I think crayfish are too small, and I got too little of them, so I couldn't eat them. What a tragedy. So we learned a life lesson that day. And that life lesson was that I was not supposed to ever take shortcuts, ever. So, just do yourself a favor. If you are ever in this specific situation of carrying a bucket of crayfish down a hill to get them back to a stream so you could put them back in the water, don't go down the shortcut side of the hill and just take the normal path. I assure you, from personal experience, this is the correct choice. There was also a hayride that they used to do at that campground, like once a day-ish, I think? I don't really know. But you could basically just, you go to the bottom of the campground, and it was like a 3-tiered hilled area, kinda. So you'd go to the bottom, and you would wait at the arcade, and then, and like the pool and stuff. And then they would come around with this big old hayride. It was just a tractor bed with a bunch of hay in it. And you would hop on, and they would drive you from the arcade all the way up to the candy store. And I mean, I had no purpose for this. I would just walk to the candy store myself. But I gotta tell you, there was something about that hayride. There was something about it that made it worth it every time. Couldn't tell you what it was. My father also used to play horseshoes when we were at that campground. I still don't really know what horseshoes is. Has anyone played horseshoes? Could you explain to me what horseshoes is? Because even after spending like 8 years watching my father play horseshoes, still have no clue. Genuinely no idea. Like there's just a peg in the ground. You take a horseshoe and you throw it at the peg. And then you get points. Throw horseshoes at rod, try to get them around the rod. It's just, it hit the target, but the ammo is the whole, but like, so like, how do you get points? You just, by hitting the rod, is that it? I don't know, man. It's very confusing. I'm not an outdoorsy kind of person. I am an outdoorsy kind of person when it comes to camping specifically, because I did camping as a kid and I have a desperate love for camping. But aside from that, I'm just not like I don't understand. Why am I throwing this horse? What is the purpose? You get points based on how close you are. I see. It's still, every time I think about it now, the main memory, there was a lot of wonderful things about that campground that I love. But the main memory that pops up every time I think about that campground now is specifically, there was one time where one of like a family friend there was doing a big bonfire, and for the bonfire they got a whole roast pig that just came out in a crate, and it was absolutely delicious. It was incredible beyond belief, genuinely amazing. And then I watched Old Yeller in their trailer, and I did not see the end of Old Yeller. I only saw like 60% of the movie. And then my mom said it was time to go, so I didn't see it. Hence the whole horseshoes and hand grenades analogy. I've never heard this analogy before in my life. And I must leave and make dinner. Are you making dinner for me? Are you making dinner for all of us, Mirror? I'm hungry. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Oh, okay. I have heard that one, now that you say it. Yeah, no, definitely. Points for trick shots and rare lands, so if you hit the peg and it stands up, that's extra points. Oh! That's kind of cool. You know what else I used to play? I used to play with the older kids. I was not allowed to do it very often. The one time I played with the older kids, I stayed out late. They were playing a game of Manhunt, which is just hide and seek. But with a cooler name so that they don't feel like little babies. So I sat there and I played Manhunt. And it was very, very dark out. That was the whole point. We stayed late so that we could do Manhunt while it was dark and you couldn't really see anything. And so my entire strategy was that I was just going to lay on the ground. Because I had generally kind of dark clothes on. So I just kind of flopped. And then I laid there on the ground for like 20 minutes. And I will not go so far as to say that I won, but I will go so far as to say that I was one of the last ones found, even though I was basically right next to where we started. So that worked out for me. Also, the only... Oh, hold on. I don't like prank stuff, like prank YouTube stuff or any of that. It's just, I just don't like it. It's very bad, in my opinion, my personal opinion. The only prank I have ever done in my entire life was at that camp. And there was like a little bingo parlor at the campground that we would go to all the time. And me and my buddies went to the candy store. And in the candy store, they had these, what the heck were they called? It's like a fart in a bag or something. And basically, you would clap the bag in your hands, and then it would get incredibly stinky. And you'd basically just gas out whatever area you were in. And so I and my friends decided, what if we fart in a bag to the bingo parlor during bingo night? And when I tell you that I have never seen an angrier horde of old ladies in my life, they were pissed. They were so angry at it. No, not a whoopee cushion. It was like specifically a little bag, like a hand-sized bag of something, and then you clap to activate the chemicals in it, and then it like leaks out a very stinky scent. So it was just like a fart in a bag, basically. And man, I've never been chewed out so much by a grandma in my entire life. I destroyed the sanctity of bingo. I was the worst. Me and my friends, it was terrible. And so that is my entire prank existence and why I don't like pranks. No, there's one else. There's one other. Hold on. I'm just remembering this now. There was one time where me and my friends tried to prank call my sister, and me being the genius that I am, okay, when prank calling my own sister, decided that I would prank call my sister from my home phone. So like, she answered the phone and I did the prank call and she was just like, why did you call me from the house phone? And then she told my mother, and my mother was very upset at me. And so that is, both of my prank attempts have gone terribly wrong. And that's probably the reason why I hate them so much. That's it. That's my whole, that's me. There you go. You're welcome. A view into the life of Wrath Games. I was a little bit of a mastermind back in the day. Only the smartest of gamers could defeat Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. The reason that I know about walkthroughs, you know, how video games have walkthroughs now, you know, that thing that they put on websites back in the day, and game facts. The only reason that I know those exist is because my sister was very, very annoyed at me asking her questions on how to beat parts of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, because I could not figure it out. I got stuck so many times, and I just couldn't do it. And so I had to ask her for help all the time. And one time she was just very sick of it, and she said, you know what? Just go look it up yourself. Just go look up a walkthrough. And I was like, what is a walkthrough? And she had to write down how to spell it on a piece of paper for me. And then I discovered that for you to be able to progress in Ocarina of Time, I had to give a fish in a jar to the giant Zora man. And that's what I had been missing that whole time. Ow. I mean, I was pretty good with like most of the game. That part was the worst part. Just trying to figure out how to progress in the Zora's Domain area, that one was terrible. How old are we talking? I have no idea, honestly. I have this memory, I could not tell you how old I was. But like, probably around somewhere between like 6 and 8 years old. Shoutouts to GameFAQs. I also got, I don't know if anybody else had this, but when I was a child, my mother got me an action replay because I really wanted one. I thought it was going to be fun to mess around with. And if you don't know what an action replay is, it's basically this, it's like an adapter for a Nintendo DS, right? You would put the action replay in first, and then you would put the video game into the action replay, right? And then you would load up the game, and it would like, you'd be able to enter cheat codes that would mess around with the game's code. So, like, moon jumping in Super Mario 64 for the DS, you know? And all that other fun stuff like that, basically. I could make any Pokemon appear wherever I wanted, and I can instantly get them to level 100 and all that jazz, you know? That kind of thing. That's what I'm talking about, you know? So, I messed around with it. I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. But I was a very gullible child, and you had to look up codes for the action replay. Oh, excuse me. You had to look up codes for the action replay stuff on the internet to be able to do the cool things. And I, as a very gullible child, just kind of believed whatever I saw. And there was one specific code that I still remember to this day. It was 4 pieces of printed paper, right? I printed this out so that I could cross it off line by line as I was completing it. 4 pages of printed paper for me to put in this code so that I would get Ash Ketchum's Pokemon team. And after spending 3 days trying to put that in over and over again, I discovered that in fact it was fake and did not actually exist, and they were just wasting my time. So, you know, I'm just a tiny little baby. It's fine. It's fine. It's great. I kind of wish I still had that, because it was cool to be able to mess with games that way, you know? Just like for the weird stuff that you can make them do. And also, the biggest part of it for me was that I was able to get all of the event Pokemon that you generally couldn't get. Like, I could do the Shaman event for Pokemon Diamond. Hello, Raph. I randomly showed up in my YouTube recommendations when I was starting Heavensward. I'm Mr. Raph. I just finished Heavensward yesterday. Oh, hello, Raph. Welcome. Hello, hello. I hope you've been enjoying the video. Could believe the length if it was something for an online game. I mean, I could kind of see it, but no, it was not. What team? You let go of most of them. That's not true. He just leaves them with people to take care of. Like with Professor Oak, or with the Charizard place, where his Charizard is. But that's just because his Charizard is a little bit of a terrible Pokemon. He's the worst. I went the wrong way again. How have I done this twice? Why are you humming at me, Azure? I can at least say that I have gotten this much faster than the previous time. I believe I got to this next area with like 25 minutes-ish, give or take. Maybe I'm wrong. But... What about Primate? Primate, we don't talk about that. But that's just because he sucks, so he's not even worth how rude he is, you know? Breath Annihilate wants to know your location. Well, I will never share it with you. Speaking of Occult Crescent? When were we speaking of Occult Crescent? What? Do you mean, are you threatening me right now? Are you trying to get me to go? Oh, no. You're just, okay. Right. I see. Understandable. Ash was originally going to have a Jigglypuff, but at the last minute they decided Pikachu would be a better mascot. Well, I can tell you right now, Pikachu is a good mascot. Especially so with just the way that they got to use Jigglypuff afterwards. It was Clefairy? Oh, I see. Okay. And either way, Jigglypuff in the Pokemon anime, masterpiece. Fight my Butterfree scarred me. I feel like I lived a lot of my life watching just VHS tapes of blocks of Pokemon episodes just on repeat. So, like, I think the one that I watched the most was there was one Pokemon episode where it was like, there was the ancient, like, Gengar and Jigglypuff. And they had, like, the weird squigglies on them. And that was the whole episode. And they woke them up and they had to put them back to sleep or something. Or no, they used the giant Jigglypuff to put the other two to sleep, but I can't remember what they were. It was Gengar and something. Mystery of Pokemonopolis. Oh my god, that's the one. Whoa. I cannot believe you could just pull that name. Just completely out of thin air. That's beautiful. But yes, that was beautiful. I loved that episode. And then there was another episode along with it that was Psyduck. And then there was another episode along with it that I do not remember at all. And then, what was the other one? There was another weird one that I got really attached to in that set. Oh, no. I had a different set. That's what it was. I had a second set that had, like, the Dragonite Lighthouse. But the Dragonite was like a shadowy figure. Nobody could know what it looked like. I don't know why they chose to do that for Dragonite, but whatever. And then, like, how do I... The first episode, the first, like, 3 episodes. Ash gets Pikachu, and then he finds the Pokemon... like, the super buff Pokemon gym. The guy that put all of his Pokemon in, like, training equipment or something and had them training for 100 battles. That was a very strange episode. And then the episode where they had to answer questions from a school in the fog or whatever. I'm remembering too many things right now. It's a very strange phenomena back in the day that just... I'm only thinking about it now. But for some reason, we would just get TV, like an entire VHS tape. I would have to go there and purchase an entire VHS tape, right? No, I'm not mixing up episodes. These are just completely different episodes from each other. But I would buy a whole VHS tape for 3 episodes of a show. Training center that used weights was pretty late in the first season. Really? Huh. But just like, yeah, I don't know. Why did they do that? Was it actually just like a restriction of the technology that VHS tapes couldn't hold more than like 3 episodes or something? Because I also had that with Dragon Ball Z. I had 3 episodes of the Majin Buu saga. 3 episodes. Do you want to know where the episodes cut off? The episodes stopped. I couldn't watch anymore when Goku went Super Saiyan 3. The episodes ended with Goku going Super Saiyan 3. And then it was just done. The VHS tape was done. And I had nothing. I couldn't watch any more of it. I didn't get to ever see what happened. Episode 3 is the episode where Ash catches Caterpie. Episode 3? What was episode 2? I thought it was episode 2 where he caught Caterpie. Because episode 1, no. Episode 2 was Team Rocket.
Clearing the trial. Was working, so didn't see it.
Right? Episode 2 is the Viridian City Pokemon Center. Yeah. Episode 2 is the Viridian City Pokemon Center, and that's where the Team Rocket tries to steal Pikachu. 3 episodes is nearly an hour and a half, so it might have just been technology thing. No, it's not an hour and a half, because you gotta remember, you take out the ads, and it's only like 20 minutes. Wow. Man. It really is kind of interesting, huh? Team Rocket was forever blasting off. Are they still doing that? Monkey. You know what? Moonman doesn't really do much to me, so I'm just gonna ignore him for now. Team Rocket consistently blasted off in every season except for X and Y. Do they still do it? Oh, new protagonist. What do you mean new protagonist? Ash isn't the protagonist of Pokemon anymore? Did he at least win a Pokemon League before they kicked him out? Because I gotta tell you, they really stole the Indigo League from Ash. He should have won the Indigo League. He should have won the Indigo League. No question. They really just, they stole it from him with that Charizard. Ash became the world champion. So new Pokemon. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, now I guess I have to go see who he won with. Technically, he won 3. Forgot about Orange Island. Did he win in Orange Island? I feel like I don't remember him winning in Orange Island. But then I didn't like Orange Island because it didn't have Brock. They reported Ash winning on BBC News and everything. That's beautiful. I'm glad that it has that much of an effect. Wasn't the limit on tech, it was a way to make money. 3 episodes seems like a decent amount, but it's only like 65 minutes of tape used. Yeah. That was bad. Alola League, whatever the final league in Journeys is, and I haven't finished Orange. Okay. Final episode was him reuniting with Pidgeot. Oh, that's good. He's the best in the world. He had some goated Pokemon too. Fantastic. I still think that what they did at the Indigo League was thievery. How's the new series going? I mean, I guess that's a good question. What are the new protagonists like? Do they also want to be a Pokemon master? Okay, I'm gonna see if this is about to make things exponentially worse or exponentially better. Is it a singular health check that they care about for summoning the monkey? Like after any of their HP gets below a certain amount? Or is it going to be based on when their total HP reaches below a certain amount? That's the question. At least if I do this way, it'll go very fast. So I'll have time. In Kalos, his opponent got 2 instant one-hit KO moves? Are you kidding me? They're using one-hit KO moves in the anime? That's a little ridiculous. I will give you that. That is absolutely, like, completely stolen. That's terrible. That victory was his by right. Monkey? No monkey. Okay. Monkey is at certain group amount of HP. Bisharp used guillotine and it landed twice. Wow. That's the kind of thing that you do to set up the most insane comeback victory ever. And you're telling me they did that, but then just killed him? Okay. Whew. And with that pull done, I should have plenty of time. Just to give Ash a gun at this point. That reminds me of my favorite news article of all time. Breath of the Wild 2 secrets revealed. Breath of the Wild 2 needs these details to keep up. The Breath of the Wild 2 should just give Link a gun already.
During the previous hack, they would have dropped down and started hitting you instead.
Wait, what? If I had gone back to here during the previous pack, they would have dropped down and started hitting you. What do you mean? Like I wouldn't have had to fight this bull together? Oh. So instead of spending time throwing AoEs at me, they would have just instantly jumped? That's crazy. That is the worst thing possible. Glad to hear it. I am running short on time, but this should be good. I just have to make sure I dodge mechanics properly and I'm keeping up with DPS. Healing is gonna be the big problem. Okay. Hello, I love your content. No, thank you very much, Zenon. It's very kind of you. Fun fact about your name, Zenon. My chemistry professor got very angry at me because I pronounced Zenon Zenon. Or, no, I pronounced Zenon Xenon. Because in Disgaea 2, the main antagonist is called Xenon, and I truly loved that game. And so when I saw the chemical element for xenon written down, I thought that they were pronounced the exact same way. They're not. I don't remember which one is correct at this point. I'm going to be completely honest with you, Toshikaze. It could be xenon is the correct one and xenon is the one that I called it. But either way, I called it whichever one is not correct. Okay. Too early. Okay. One, two, three. Hello, Aurora. How's it going? What are you doing here so early? What happened? Did it go good? Did it go better? Rogue One? Absolutely insane. Really? Wow. There's proper dodge. Okay, good. No, I just have to make sure I keep my HP up. But that's fantastic. Congratulations. I'm very glad to hear it. 2, 3. Enough. Perfect. Okay, good. Sides. this now. Because I've got Elk's Length up for next knockback. There we go. Okay. Next, first dive. Don't be party stuck. Okay, unfortunate. I don't have much for party stuck right now. Oh, we got the crit heal. Okay, that's good. Equilibrium is doing us well. I'm getting worse than these. That's worse than these. don't know what my time is at this point. I just have to hope it's enough. Oh, okay. AoE is nice. Can reprise off the next tank cluster. Oh, I'm off. I thought this was tank cluster, not AoEs. Beautiful crit heal. Thank you, Equilibrium. It's fun to use this earlier. I like that. There we go. Okay, that should be fine. 5 minutes should be more than fine. Party stack? Yeah, party stack. And home gang is back if I need it again. No party set. Okay, good. Very lucky. Okay. Whew. Time problem, huh? Man. Is this what those Heaven on High runs felt like, Aurora? Going through with a whole minute left. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. 87-minute swift completion bonus. Thank you, video game. I am the fastest Katana Raveler in existence. Wow. That was something. Okay. Alrighty. You know what?
Congrats.
Sure. Treasure coffer. A whole nothing. Great. Playtime check? You know what? Sure. Why not? I don't think that's an entire video on its own, but I will do a playtime check. Just as soon as we're out of here. My channel points. I'm sorry, Kreblo. I've ruined it. 37 days, 21 hours, and 53 minutes. That's really not all that different from the last time we checked, yeah? 37 times 24, 888, 910 hours, give or take. So like 5 hours, I think? 5 or 6? Okay. Absolutely beautiful. I will take that. I will take that, and I will say that's it for me for today. I was going to have the rest of stream be grinding in OC. I'm probably going to do that off stream. That was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. That was a little bit too tense time-wise. But, okay. Can I raid someone? Is there anyone up that I'm willing to... Oh, we could raid Pint. We're raiding Pint, chat. She is our favorite magical girl. So we're raiding Pint. It's been good to see you, everybody. I'm definitely happy to call it there. And I will see you on Thursday for our community night where we do Forked Tower in the Occult Crescent. Please, if you have not already joined the Discord and signed up, if you would like to participate, please do that. And I will see you there. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good one. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Bye. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your day. Lie. Where are you? It would need not enough. Where